Hi everyone, today I'll be going through this new team that I found, which revolves mainly around Sneasler and Rillaboom with some fun picks such as Gastrodon. And after I go through this team, we'll be also going through some gameplay with this team to see how this team really handles itself against the other common threats. So the big core of this team revolves around Sneasler and Rillaboom, with the idea being that Sneasler's Unburden ability allows it to double its speed when its item is used. So Grassy Seed will activate, and due to Rillaboom's Grassy Surge when there's grassy terrain, giving it a one boost in defense, and doubling its speed at the same time due to Unburden. And the good thing about Sneasler is that it has such high base speed that once the speed is doubled due to Unburden, it essentially outspeeds Reg D with max speed investment and speed boosting nature as well. So essentially you are the fastest thing in the entire meta except for our Booster Energy Speed Boosting Iron Bundle. So you have Acrobatics here and Terra Flying as well. So Terra Flying really synergizes with Sneasler because one of the greatest weakness it has is Headlong Rush and Earthquakes due to its poison typing weakness to ground. So Terra Flying not only completely gives you an immunity to ground type attacks, it also allows you to hit extremely hard with Terra boosted Flying Acrobatics. So on a lot of fighting tracks like Urshifu and Great Tusk, it will do a lot of damage and it will do a lot of neutral damage to Pokemon like Fluttermane as well. Then next I'd like to go into Rillaboom here. So you can see that Rillaboom is Assault Vested nature. Oh, and another good thing about Sneasler's, back to Sneasler for a bit, is that due to its Unburden ability giving it such a high speed, we can really afford to invest in a lot of EVs in the defense. So here you can see I have 220 HP in defense, and the defense boost due to Grassy Seed so comes in pretty handy as well. So Sneasler is surprisingly tanky for such a for such an offensive Pokemon. So looking into the rest of the team, we have also the second Pokemon, which is Rillaboom. So the idea here is that mainly just set up Grassy Surge. Assault Vest is really useful because Tornado's Blinkwind Storm will, I think, roughly 3-hit KO it with this stat distribution of such high HP and such high special defense investment. So it's a common moveset of Fake Out, Knockout, U-Turn and Wood Hammer as well. Reg D here is really a simple set. It's just a 252 special attack, 252 speed nature. It has Sash, so I don't really see a point investing in like HP or making it a bit more tanky because with the Sash you are not meant to take other hits anyway, so I might as well have the value of it being as fast as possible, which allows me to outspeed possibly other Reg D who do not have all the maximum speed investment as well. A common set of Electro Web, Thunderbolt, Protect to give it a bit more longevity on the field, and Terra Blast with Terra type Ice. So there's this thing called Bolt Beam, where basically the idea is that any Pokemon with Thunderbolt and Ice Beam is able to hit all types of Pokemon, for mostly super effective or effective damage at least. So here's the idea of Reg D here, just a fast, strong Pokemon meant to hit as hard as possible. Terra Blast Ice also allows you to pick up a lot of attacks on ground types, such as Saluna and Landorus Styrian as well, which really do not appreciate being hit by a Terra Blast Ice type move when it's 4 times weak to Ice. Now we move on to the other half of the team with Heatran, Gastrodon and Urshifu here. So the idea behind Heatran is that it has safety goggles, which allows it to wall Amoonguss really comfortably, and it has the usual Heat Wave, Magma Storm, Earth Power and Protect as well. So the Fire Steel typing is really good in that it allows it to wall a lot of Fairy types, be it Fluttermane, or other strong special attackers in general. Its Terra type goals to deal with a lot of the fighting weaknesses, because the idea here is that Heatran really synergizes well with Gastrodon as well, because Heatran really doesn't appreciate the water attacks, from Urshifu Rapid Strike, Basculation F, or all the other common water types running around. So Gastrodon helps to redirect all water attacks due to Storm Drain, and with Heatran's main concern due to the fighting type weaknesses, then it has a Terra type Ghost as well. Yeah, so Gastrodon here is really useful. It has Muddy Water, Earth Power, Yawn and Protect. So the main issue is that there's a lot of the Tailwind Tornadoes with Urshifu Rapid Strike running around, with Rain Dance, Tailwind and Surging Strikes, really causing a lot of havoc. So the idea behind Gastrodon here is that it really redirects all the attacks away from all the Pokemon that really need it. So Heatran will really appreciate that support, Sneasler and Reg D as well, because they're still relatively frail. And Yawn also gives a lot of pressure, because oftentimes opponents like to switch out when the moment they are being yawned into, because they expect you not to do anything to play defensive after you get one yawn off. So, but you think with Gastrodon with leftovers and grassy terrain most of the time recovery, is that it's pretty tanky and can stay on the field for really long. So you can keep pressing yaw into the same slot, punishing them for, you know, constantly trying to switch out on you. And lastly, the round of the team, we have Terra Dark Urshifu-Single Strike, which is relatively rare in this format given that everyone's running Rapid Strike Urshifu. But what I really like about this is that with the Terra Dark and the Wicked Blow, you're really able to do a lot of consistent damage with Wicked Blow and Sucker Punch, regardless of speed investment, regardless of whether you're faster or slower because of Sucker Punch. And you can really punish the slower supportive Pokemon with Wicked Blow, particularly Crisella, which Terra Dark Wicked Blow I think will pick up the one hit KO most of the time. So now that we have went through most of the Pokemon and how the team is like, we're going through the pace, going through some matches and jump into some casual battles straight away. Okay, so moving on. So, pardon me. Interesting thing for my opponent here. I think straight away that there's probably a Rapid Strike, and I think the Tailwind Rain does combo is very strong, so I really want Gastrodon to be on the team here. On the other hand, I think Terra Ice Regieleki is also really strong here. It hits everything basically really hard here for neutral damage. So I think I'll go into Regieleki. I'm going to Rillaboom. And Sneasler will be good to combo as well. Yeah, so I think the key point here is that if we try to take a sneak attack out on Landora's Tyrant with Terra Blast for Ice, that'll be really cool. Iron Hand and Flood them in. Okay, so let's pick up pressure. And I'm just wondering whether it's Rillaboom fake out faster. Rillaboom has 85 base speed, so I think I'll be faster than Iron Hands, so I definitely have to fake out Iron Hands here. And I'll probably just try to hit Flood them in a very strong Thunderbolt. If Landoros comes in, it's totally fine, I'll just Terra Ice next turn. But maybe just to fake out. Thunderbolt coming in. Oh my god, that's such an offensive. But I hope that's what it was. I'll probably just bring us out of the stash. Yep. So actually, I didn't break Heat Ran. That's tough for me. So I think you just have to really go for KO on Fluttermane. Okay, no, actually, I think Rillaboom will live quite fine. So I want to protect here and go for a Wood Hammer. Should KO the Fluttermane instead. Okay. I'm okay with that. They probably throw in a. There we go, the Heat Ran. I think here I just have to try to go for some cheap damage. Oh, I didn't bring my own Heat Ran either. Yeah, I just have to bring it. Nice damage. Okay, Gastrodon take that. Probably a Drain Punch then. Okay. So I think here we have to go for a close combat into hit run. And just have to... Actually there's no point of power here. I'd rather just put the yawn pressure here. Of course hit run is terrible, so it's just game over. Okay, smart hit run protects. Sneasler should take that quite well with aggressive terrain. How much damage was that? Yeah, quite good damage. Looking at his team, right, he's likely to switch out here. So I think I'll just go for another close combat. Or maybe with him... Nah, it doesn't make sense. I think the idea here is to protect here, see what he switches up to, and yawn again to the Iron Hand slot. Because I think he's definitely switching Iron Hand. Yep, there we go, so we maintain that pressure. Urshifu Rapid. And yeah, so if his Terra goes, that is perfect. Terra bug! So he'll be really bad to acrobatics. So good thing we protect there, because acrobatics are very good next turn. Nice, and he earth powers into us, okay. You can really see the Gastrodon's left over and recovery really benefiting us this turn. So I think we want the acrobatics here, hit this one for super effective damage, and yawn again, cause if he switches out, then that'll be really good. If he doesn't switch out, it's okay. He'll just fall asleep and we get the pressure. Okay, so no switching out here. The good thing is that we basically negate all of, like, you know, Surging Strike's effects. Also we have Storm Drain, so he has to close combat into that slot. Which we are fly type, so we should survive with a Grassy Seed defense boost, which is pretty good. So acrobatics goes into hit range, easy knockout, yep. And Urshifu U-turn, so perfect because we continue yawning into that slot. So the thing with yawn is that you really have to maintain pressure on your opponent, because it's so easy that they just want to switch out, they think you're going for and then Iron Hands comes in, and we yawn. And then the left over recovery coming in useful again. So here's the thing, he's going to wild charge. Wild charge into Sneasler, right? But he's also going to worry about switching out. So I think the play here, no matter what you praise it here, is to protect Sneasler, covering for the wild charge in case it does, and yawn into the opposite slot. If it does switch, so no matter what, there's always be a yawn pressure on our opponent. But it's very tempting to click acrobatics into the flutter mid here. But I think we just play it safe. And I just yawn into. Yeah, no switch out, so he's gonna force it next turn. And a Thunderbolt. Did he double up or did he Drain Punch? But even if he Drain Punch Gastrodon, it's okay. And the double up, perfect. But that doesn't really make sense for our opponent. Because either one of the Wall Charge or Thunderbolt will really knock out, so you really shouldn't be double targeting the Sneasler there. Especially since like my Protect is such an obvious thing. And with that, Iron Hand is falling asleep, which is perfect. And here's where I think Acrobatics will just pick an easy knockout. Just in case I just gonna hit with a... Acrobatics should become a knockout, so I just want to damage on. So here we go with the Acrobatics. Yeah, that's the power of Sneasler for you with such a high base attack, you know. Oh, Earth Power comes in. That's not bad damage considering Gastrodon is like so little special defensive as soon. And look at that, Gastrodon is able to full health. So he has to throw in Urshifu. Given that it's U-turn, right, I think it's a South West variant. So I'm actually kind of comfortable clicking Acrobatics here, and you know, currently there's only a 33% chance I has to wake up. So I think I just continue powering into it. Yep, and then we have the forfeit right opponent. Good game though, good game. Yeah, so I think the pivotal play is just that the Gastrodon pressure, because Urshifu just had no options, you know, to even hit my Sneasler, which was wrecking havoc on their enemy team. Then the only counter to that was their Iron Hands, which got yawned immediately on switch in. So it's really, well, you can really see Sneasler's power here is very much more showcasing Gastrodon's ability as a support Pokemon, even in the hard hitting regulation D. Okay, perfect. So on to our next match. Interesting team with Tailwind Tornadoes, Great Task, Among Us as well, and Crisella. So I don't want to try Urshifu because Crisella is here. I think Body Water will be a good hit into most of the opponent. I think Hero Safety Goddess is also really strong. Okay, I think I'll bring Rillaboom at Urshifu here. Then Heat Rare would be really good into most of their team. Especially with Terra Ghost, you know. And I think I actually want to bring Reggie Lecky because Terra Ice. No, I think it's still good to make use of Sneasler for the Acrobatics neutral damage at least, or the speed boost. Given that it's very unlikely that Crisella gets triggered up, you know. Oh, interesting type of Tornadoes and Crisella. Might be going for the Blade Windstorm. So I think actually Terra Dark Urshifu here is good. We get a very strong Sucker Punch. I'm pretty sure Terra Dark will one shot here, and then we can just fake out Tornadoes here. So the main thing here is just to prevent treatment from coming up, you know? And he terras as well, so this is bad. This is very Terra Fairy. Yeah, so you get a trigger up. Oh well, it's not game over. We see a Heat Red, and you can spawn out Heat Red. So nice play by our opponent here, really into the wicked blow. Yeah, which of course doesn't do any damage at all. And trigger should be coming up now. So that I highly doubt that Crystalla has Moonblast here, but it's a possibility. I think Sucker Punch with the Tornado is pretty safe. And throwing Heat Rain as well to cover for the Blink Windstorm here. And we draw. Yep, this is a bad CC best for us. There's Iron Hands. Yeah, and he has Moonblast. Doesn't kill us though. I think I just want to protect here for the fake out, yeah. And he reverses Trick Room. What a weird series of events. So I just close combat into Iron Hands here and hope the Earth Powers to take it out. This is so weird. Okay, some good damage. My hero should be faster. Oh, it's a berry. Okay, Moonblast will take out Urshifu, that's okay. Oh, it's just not close enough. The Drain Punch is gonna hurt a lot. And he's gonna heal well up too. So I think we just throw in Sneasler here to get the boost. The Dire Claw damage as well would be really good. So Dire Claw and Earth Power with the Heat Red, Iron Hands. I'm okay with that because really mostly relying on the Sneasler here. Oh, it's poison effect. Oh, I feel bad. Just unlucky all around, honestly. That's perfect because we are both in the ground, but then Rillaboom comes in to reset the grassy terrain. So I think the clear play here is to fake out into the Great Task, deal with the Iron Hands right now with Sneasler. I don't really want to give it acrobatics because maybe it doesn't know that I have acrobatics for some reason. Fake out goes in, get some cheap damage. Cloud should take our heads for us. So there's some good damage. So here's where the Blink Windstorm and Prankster tail will be. So if I hit him, I will totally tailwind probably. So an Earthquake. So I just have to hope that Wood Hammer here will be good enough. Okay, Blink Windstorm, but I'm Assault Vested, so I should take that relatively comfortably. Yeah, not bad. Probably go for Earthquake now. Oh, it's a Halo Rush, it's perfect. So Wood Hammer should pick up the knockout now. The problem is with the Crisella, I have no idea whether it's Psychic. If it's Psychic, it's really bad for us. I think here we just have to Acrobatics into Tornadoes and probably a knockoff. Oh, it does I crit, so I got really lucky there. But I think I still survived the Blink Windstorm, second Blink Windstorm. And yes, Moonblast, which should be fine, especially since I get the Rillaboom, which is South-vested. Oh, it's a Covert Cloak, so that's why it wasn't like the usual. So it's a prevent the fake out. So in this game, that should be relatively GG. Because he does. So by running Moonblast, they are able to deal with my Urshifu, right? But at the same time, because that they are completely unable to deal with Sneasler with the 4x weakness of Psychic. So good game by my opponent there. I think they already had the game in the bag, but they messed up by using Trick Room a second time. Not sure what they're really going for with that. Maybe I don't think Hitman has Trick Room, so there's no way I could reverse Trick Room. Possibly a misclick on my opponent's end. Yep, but good game nonetheless.